Hey guys, welcome back. It's a little bit closer to you. We are doing a quick recipe because my back is killing me, my feet are killing me. And so I went ahead and prepped part of the recipe already. But we are doing, it's called Strawberry Basil and Goat Cheese Salad. As you may know from watching my previous videos, mine is going to be modified. I can't think anymore either. I'm sorry. But I'm going to show you what I've been doing. And I wasn't sure if I was going to like it at first. So this is actually the second time I've been making it. And it definitely has an interesting taste for me and not displeasant. So I can mix this up with my orange salads and then I'm not getting sick of my orange salads. What I've got is 2 pounds of strawberries. I've cut each strawberry up into 12ths, most of them up into 12ths. So it gives you that nice, fine, quartered look. Then it calls for, you can put 1 to 2 teaspoons of honey in it if the strawberries aren't sweet enough. So I love sweet. So I just go ahead and put 1 teaspoon of honey in. This is store-bought. This isn't my dad's. As soon as I finish this, I'll break into my dad's, which is locust honey right now. I don't know what this one is. Wildflower. So I just put 1 teaspoon of honey on. There's my dad's jar of honey. Can't wait to break into it. It's not quite as crystal clear as sold honey. This is baking honey. So he went ahead and gave me that quart jar. He had 3 quart jars that were baking honey. I didn't have oil pre-put in the spoon, so you can see how it's taken a while for the honey to get off the spoon. If you do oil first, it slides right off. 2 tablespoons of olive oil are next. My counter's a little messier than usual, so I apologize. I just did some fresh herb and parsley tomatoes, and then some tabbouleh for my main meal this week. So there's the extra virgin olive oil. And then it also calls for balsamic vinegar, 2 tablespoons of thick balsamic vinegar. Our grocery store didn't have thick, so I went with balsamic glaze, which is probably not Mediterranean friendly per se. And the reason why I say that is because, let me check the ingredients. Maybe it is. I thought it had added sugar and stuff, but it just says concentrated grape, balsamic vinegar of Modena, wine vinegar, concentrated grape, caramel color, wine vinegar, caramel color, modified cornstarch, and xanthium gum. Xanthium gum is a binding ingredient. It's used a lot in vegan recipes. Gluten-free recipes. So I'm not huge on vinegar, so I just do 1 tablespoon instead of 2. And you're supposed to drizzle it on, but because I'm doing mine as meal prep, I just go ahead and pour it in so that it will be stirred. And then the last ingredient that was a little surprising to me, and I was like, all right, I'll give it a try. You like my snowflake PJs? I did dress the top half of me for y'all. The ingredient that you're like, really? Is basil. And so I use these basil cups, and it's already cut up. It's not fully dried, but it's not fully like the fresh plant itself. And this is why we have to do a lot of cleanup. We'll get the rest later. So the basil, it calls for, let me find it, a half a cup. This is the 2 pounds is doubled. It actually only calls for, oh, it does call for 2 pounds. So, because I doubled the recipe when I was copying it. So when I put the link, it'll probably have the original one, the serving times 1, which I think is like a total of 6 servings. This is doubled recipe. It's 8 side servings, so I guess the original is 4. So 2 pounds of strawberries, half a cup of basil. I just used one of these. I don't know if it's exactly a half a cup. It's probably a little less. And this time really a little less because I spilled it everywhere. So the recipes I'm giving you is all double. And I'm doing that so that I have enough 1 cup measurements to last me all week. If I do more than that, I'd love to do the 2 cup servings for each dessert meal, but then it would cost twice as much as my oranges, and I can't really afford that right now. This is how we're doing it. So we go ahead. This is everything that I put in it. It also calls for 1 teaspoon of Maldon flake sea salt or a scant of 1/4 teaspoon of fine sea salt. It also calls for black pepper, and it also calls for goat cheese, 4-ounce crumbled goat cheese to be equivalent to what I've got. I'm not a big salt person. I'm more a black pepper person, but I don't want black pepper on my strawberries. I'm sorry, not going there on that. And I'm definitely not a goat cheese person. I'm a mozzarella, provolone, and string cheese girl when it comes to cheese. So I mix this all up. Make sure it's good and mixed. So that's what it looks like after mixing it. Get some of the basil off the spoon. And then we put it in our dessert cups, which I forgot to get down before I put you guys up there. I'm not sure how much I ended up moving, you guys. But, so these are my 1 cup. I'm trying to be good about not filling everything to the brim as well, because I tend to do that. And, you know, the recipe says it's supposed to be 8 cups, but last time I only got 6 cups, probably because there's almost always rotten strawberries in the batch. And so I'm guessing the recipe doesn't take that into account. Or maybe because I'm cutting the strawberries too small. That could be also. Oh, you can tell I am not doing well today. Luckily the sink was clean. Besides the basil I spilled. So there's my 6 cups. I don't really think that's another cup worth. It could be, but I'm just going to go ahead and eat that. And that's the new snack. Hope you had a good laugh at the very least, but I hope it also gives you a recipe to be interested in. I suggest you give it a try. If I'm willing to eat it, then it can't be too bad. Thanks for joining me, guys. Bye.